Welcome all sports fans, YouTubers, Facebookers, all social media across the nation. This is Uneducated Sports Talk. I'm your host, Clayton. Also, you can check me out on Educated Network, both on YouTube, so please like and subscribe to both channels on YouTube. That being said, guys, free agency in the NBA is about to wrap up. All the big names are pretty much gone. Um, we've seen crazy things happen, like LeBron James go to LA. We've seen DeMarcus Cousins go to the Golden State Warriors. And we've seen guys re-up with guys like Aaron Gordon with the Magic. We've seen guys re-up, Dirk Nowitzki to Dallas, those kind of little deals. We've seen things happen like that. Now, there's just one big question that's going on right now. One big question, and that is Kawhi Leonard. Where is Kawhi Leonard going to land before his season's end? Or where will Kawhi Leonard land next year? Or where will Kawhi Leonard land before the trade deadline? Those three things are going on. We don't know what's going on. He is the big domino factor to what the rest of the NBA could look like within the future. Now, reports are coming out left and right saying that he does not want to be in San Antonio. And we all know about him firing his agent. We all know about his uncle being his new agent, taking over the business kind of thing going on. We all know that Kawhi had the instance with the teammates, and Tony Parker coming out saying that his injury was way worse than Kawhi's injury, and he came back faster. Those kind of things, we all know that went down. Now, stories out of his camp are saying that he does not want to be in San Antonio. But let's look at the reality. Kawhi Leonard, in people's opinion, when he's at his best, either the second or the third best player in the NBA. It is as simple as that. You are not going to give that player up for just nickels and dimes. Let's be honest. In every big blockbuster trade that involves a great player, the other team never gets equal value back. Let's just be real. The Spurs are high class, the number one organization in the NBA when it comes down to, getting right personnel, when it comes down to treatment of players, when it comes down to winning. They're pretty much they're personified as class. Kawhi Leonard is not going anywhere for a long time. Now, out of his camp, because we haven't heard a word from Kawhi Leonard, a word. Now, his camp has always had the messages. Yes, he wants to go to LA to be a Laker. Now we hear things saying that he doesn't want to go to LA to be a second fiddle to LeBron James, and all that stuff. He doesn't want a super team. So I'm thinking like, okay, we don't know what's going on in Kawhi Leonard's camp. From what they're saying, I will never trust those sources because Kawhi Leonard is a low-key, a low-back kind of guy. Once he says something, I will believe that when it comes from his mouth. The Spurs are not going to give up Kawhi Leonard that easily. They're going to ask for the farmhouse. We all know with LA getting LeBron James now, the Lakers are kind of cooled off on trades because at first San Antonio wanted the house. They wanted the farm. They wanted Lonzo Ball. They wanted Kyle Kuzma. They wanted Brandon Ingram, a couple first-round picks because Kawhi Leonard is that good. Lakers said, whoa, we have LeBron James now. They're going to try and risk getting Kawhi Leonard for next year, 2019. But here's my thing. When San Antonio, and you have Greg Popovich, in my opinion, is the best coach in the NBA, might be the best coach in the whole entire world, let's be honest. Once he gets his real one-on-one sit-down with Kawhi Leonard, they can patch things up. We all saw what happened last year with Marcus Aldridge. Aldridge says, I'm not feeling it. I don't fit this coach. I don't fit this team. I think I want to get traded. Pop sat him down and say, you know what? We're going to talk this out like real men. Let's do this. They come to an agreement. Marcus Aldridge is now with San Antonio for another couple more years. I believe he can do the same thing with Kawhi Leonard, regardless of what went down, regardless of all the words, all the naysayers, and, Popovich saying, calling his group, talk to his group, and, of course, people were saying that the Spurs organization treated Kawhi Leonard's injury poorly. Now, who was to blame with this? At first, I was riding with Kawhi Leonard. I was like, Kawhi Leonard knows his body. But the more and more I get to hearing this, the more and more I'm believing that it is actually Kawhi Leonard is at fault for this. Spurs are a class organization. We've all seen with their superstars how they treat them. They treat them with much respect, and they can take care of their injuries. Kawhi only played 9 games last year off of a bruised quad. Nothing structural damage, no tear, nothing like that. A bruised quad. Played 9 games, and the Spurs were very patient. They say, you know what? You can just come back for the playoffs if you want to, man, or at least for the late stretch. We need you. Like, you don't have nothing wrong with you. So I'm starting to side on the Spurs now, because if you're a player, You get a contract, and in your contract, you have to play out that contract, as in show why you're worth that contract. And he sat out the whole entire year. Whether or not if he did it on purpose to stay healthy or whatever, then shame on him. But the Spurs have every right to do what they do, and Kawhi has every right to do what he does, I guess, to better himself long term. But here lays the problem. Kawhi Leonard might hurt himself if he decides next year to kind of do the same thing. If the Spurs want to keep me, well, guess what? I'm going to go ahead and just not play again. You're telling other teams you will go that far and be that petty to not play. What if you have a difference with the other team you have? Are they going to trust that you want to play again and that kind of stuff? But it all comes down to this. Next year, when free agency starts, Kawhi sits down with Pop and R.C. Buford. They say, guess what, kid? 5 years, $220 million. Are you really going to pass it up when we have a great organization? We're going to take care of you for the rest of your life, even when you're out of basketball. Are you really going to pass that up? I don't think he will. 5 years, $220 million. I'm sorry, LA might be quote unquote home to him, but when you're talking money, you're talking security, San Antonio is no place like home. I'll tell you that right now. All Kawhi Leonard needs to do is understand that, yes, it is a business, but don't get your feelings involved as well. It is a business. If you're not playing and there's nothing wrong with you, people are going to question it. Like myself, I'm questioning now. You didn't play, and you could have played, and you had 2 or 3 opinions, second opinions, and they all said the same thing: no structural damage. So I'm wondering what's going on with Kawhi Leonard. I'm hoping that everything goes well for him, but I don't see him going to LA this year. I don't see him being traded unless either the Celtics or the Lakers trading the whole entire farm system. The Celtics, they're probably going to want, there's no way you can Jason Tatum, but they'll get Jaylen Brown, Marcus Smart, all those guys as well. Terry Rozier, they'll probably get a couple first-round picks as well. Or if you go to Philadelphia, they're going to want a lot of those first-round picks, and they're going to probably want Markelle Fultz, and they're probably going to want their Kings pick for next year, something like that. So they're going to want a lot of stuff. And then for the Lakers, they're going to want Kuzma and Ball and Ingram and then some picks. So they're saying, if we're going to send you to the West, first of all, we can't stand the Lakers. They got LeBron James now. Why would we do that to ourselves and send you over there? We would rather you just choose that for yourself, but we won't trade you over there to get guys that are not equal value so that you guys can dominate the league for the next 4 years. That is not going to happen. So we're going to bring it to the East. If not, you're going to be stuck here in San Antonio, and we can patch things out like real men, like Greg Popovich always does. I have, if I'm going with my percentages, I'm going with 75-25. Kawhi Leonard stays in San Antonio for the next 6-7 years. I'm just being real. I think Kawhi Leonard stays in San Antonio. Once everything is patched up, they show him the money, they talk, let's go. All this Kawhi Leonard's, this is not Kawhi's forte. This is not who he is. But at the same time, it might be who he might become. We don't know that. So, please like and subscribe to Uneducated Network and Uneducated Sports Talk, to where you see myself and many other shows on our channel. That being said, guys, please, feel free to comment down below. How do you feel about Kawhi Leonard? Is he making the right decision of forcing his way out of San Antonio, or do you think he should stay in San Antonio where he's been making his bread and butter? Let me know how you guys feel. So, this is Carlos Clayton, and this is Uneducated Sports Talk. You guys know what time it is. Stay smart, stay uneducated. Peace.